I'm also definitely going to be playing Scarvo when it comes out. Like, opening weekend. Because it looks like so much fun. And I'm excited to see entirely open world. Like, look at this shit, dude. This is how they announced Scarlet Violet. You think I'm not going to stream it? I'm streaming it. I'm streaming it. Let me tell you, chat. Scarlet Violet comes out November 18th. I'm there. I'm telling you right now, November 18th, November 19th. November 18th and 19th, we're playing Scarlet Violet. I'll tell you that right now, 100%. I think what I'm gonna do for Scarlet Violet is I'm gonna do no spoilers. No spoilers. So it's like a blind playthrough. Because I have not been paying attention to any of like the leaks or anything going on. I think I did that for Sun and Moon, and it kind of ruined the experience for me a little bit. I won't lie. But I think we're going to do no spoilers. So I won't know anything other than officially released Pokemon media. I'm going to do only Gen 9 Pokemon. And something else I have to think of. We'll do like 3 rules for it. Because I think for the first time ever, Nintendo or Game Freak, probably mostly Game Freak, they're actually like starting to listen to the audience a little bit. And I think they're starting to understand that the traditional Pokemon method, like the traditional Pokemon layout, is starting to get really stale really quickly. Like, you can only fill a game with so many new Pokemon before it gets boring again. And I think Game Freak's starting to understand that. And I think they started understanding that. I think Pokemon X, they kind of got that a little bit, and that's when they started doing all the gimmicks. And then they realized that gimmicks weren't enough. So then Sumo came out, and they got rid of gyms completely, and that really wasn't the answer either. Like, it was cool for the generation, and I think getting rid of them was cool, but it was still kind of, like, weird. So Sword Shield was a little bit of a return to form, but they introduced the wild area, which was like version 1.0 of what Pokemon is leading into. You just get this big open area where a bunch of Pokemon spawn. But the rest of the game is very traditional Pokemon. And then Legends Arceus is an entirely different take on it, where you're curing Pokemon from being sick. You're saving the region still from this like rift in the sky. All the Pokemon, like the entire wild area is like overworld. There's not really like routes. There's regions of wild Pokemon spawning. And then I think Scarlet Violet is the evolution of that, where now we're going to see how that works into a main series Pokemon game. And it seems like a lot of fun. You see it? Sprigashatio, Fuecoco, Quaxley. God damn. Picking Scarlet or Violet? I don't know. Because I don't know what the version exclusives look like. Chat, I was going to flip a coin day of. To be honest, do you want to know the bad answer? I was going to buy them both like I do every year. Every year I buy both Pokemon games. For no reason. For no reason, every year I buy both Pokemon games. Yes, every year. Every single year. These games might have substantial differences. Do you think so? Right, Koraidon and Miraidon, which are just the box legendaries. That's normal. I also think, I've always thought, think about how good Pokemon Legends Arceus was. Because there was one. Game Freak is under a serious time crunch all the time. They have to get a new main series game out every like 2 to 3 years. A new game every year too. I've always thought it'd be better if they just did ones, right? They choose a name and they put all of their resources into making just the best game possible. I think that would result in a better game. The version exclusives are obviously the box legendaries. To be expected, the box legendaries. Koraidon and Miraidon. Koraidon and Miraidon. Which are the bike you ride, by the way. Pokemon Scarlet exclusives. Armor Rogue. Wait, no spoilers. Stonejourner. I think this is such a funny Pokemon. Ice Cube. Imagine being in the version of Pokemon that gives you Ice Cube. Look up the difference. It's coming, probably. But yeah, version exclusive characters. There you go. Seda and Turo. Scarlet seems better. I can play Scarlet on stream, and I can do Violet on my own. What is this?
I've traveled across the land collecting and recording photos of these mysterious patterns. And the colors of the pattern matches the berries it's eaten. We can clearly see that the color Grafaiai paints with depends on the Pokemon's diet. And you see here.
Imagine. Okay. Oh my god, this would be so cool. This would be so cool if they did this. So they said the color the Pokemon paints with depends on the berry it ate, right? So imagine Grafaiai as a Pokemon. And here's what you get from it. List of berries. Imagine they choose 18 of the berries, or they come out with 18 new berries specific for Grafaiai, but I think that seems like too much. They choose 16 of these berries. What they do is, of these 16, if you feed it to Grafaiai, if you feed the berry to Grafaiai, it changes its type until you feed it a different berry. Or 19. So they would choose 19 berries. So they'd be like, Oranberry makes it water type. Petraberry makes it electric type. You know, they can do stuff like that. Like Raspberry makes it a fire type. Or Cherryberry makes it a fire type. They can do something like that. And then they have a reset berry. So you could reset its type.
You'll get to catch Pokemon, raise them, and battle.
You can catch and raise Pokemon in this game, chat? Damn, this game really is shaking up the whole Pokemon system. Two things that cannot happen in this game. Fuecoco cannot evolve to be a firefighting type, and Sprigatito needs to stay quadrupedal.
Sounds like Arvin, her friend in the next grade up, needs some help.
Fuck you, Arvin.
To give Arvin a hand, the trainer's headed...
I wonder if there's going to be multiple storylines you can follow. Because they said that this trainer's following the Victory Road path. I wonder if there's going to be a path where you can become a professor, a Victory Road path, a researcher path, and then maybe a join Team Star path. That's my official prediction. That is my official prediction. I thought about it for 5 more seconds. That is my official prediction. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there are going to be 4 different storylines that you can follow. You will either be able to take the Victory Road path, which is a more traditional Pokemon game experience where you beat all 8 gyms and then become the Pokemon League champion. B, you will get to finish your schooling in the school and become a Pokemon professor. C, you will get to finish your schooling and then become a Pokemon researcher. Or D, you will be able to join Team Star at the end. No, because you can't have multiple save files. That's okay. Also, what if you can have multiple save files in this game? I'm going to be interested to see if terastallization, when you terastallize, do you just become a pure grass type, or do you then have 3 types?
Oh, wow. Could this be a Pokemon egg? Apparently, eggs can sometimes be found during picnics. And now...
Are they going to make the egg into an omelet?
Oh, the moment...
You took that as you steal someone else's Pokemon egg. I took that as you so nicely bring your Pokemon out for a picnic and they just start going at it.
Watch how the battle's going and decide how you'll handle the fight and work with your fellow trainers.
Grip it and rip it, all or nothing.
So, what'd you think? Well, you...
Pretty excited. So anyways,